But it brings us to our opening contest in which Sabu made his TNA debut, replacing Jeff Jarrett in a ladder match against Malice. Sabu is a star, Liam.
This is such a Liam moment. Sabu versus Malice in a ladder match. It doesn't get much more Liam than that.
It's the peak of wrestling.
Honestly. And like you were saying, it's so clear and desperate that they need stars on this show. So Sabu was like, as soon as I saw him, I was like, yes, this is an obvious addition that needs to happen.
And the crowd very much treated him as a star. They were like, oh, that's this guy. We actually like this guy.
Yeah. I can't express how much, like, someone of, like, Sabu's level coming in was necessary. Because there's, like, no one.
How dare you say that about Brian Lawler?
Well, like, to be fair, like, I'm giving Brian Law a ton of credit when I say that he was, like, legitimately over as a heel. It's just the problem was he got over as a heel at the expense of something that could never happen.
Yeah. Yeah, this match ruled, by the way. The match ruled.
Yeah, this was a ton of fun.
This is doing dopey ladder spots for 10 minutes. Just Malice falling off ladders through tables. Sabu just doing... Like, Sabu is, like, the perfect match for the TNA chaos. Because he's Sabu. Of course he is.
I'm trying to get away from using the term fun to describe wrestling. Because I think it's such a blanket term that means nothing. But, like, this match is just complete, unadulterated fun. It's just an enjoyable time to watch Sabu and Malice do plunder.
I did like before the match, James Mitchell cut a promo and he's like, Malice is going to wash his hands in the crimson life essence of whoever he faces. It's like, all right, take it down a notch, Jim.
Good times. No, don't. I want Jim to be the most melodramatic thing possible.
That's true, to be fair. He should go further than Crimson Life Essence. Which brings us to our main event in which Ken Shamrock and Sabu goes to a no contest in a ladder versus submission
Ladder versus
match.
submission.
When Malice came out, killed everybody, and stole the title. This match sucked, by the way.
This match sucked, and the finish was bad too.
It was just terrible. They did nothing. At least, Sabu toward the end did like a big splash through a table, and it was like, all right. You redeemed yourself slightly, Sabu. But for the most part, it was more of a submission match than a ladder match, and they just did nothing.
Yeah, I guess Ken just didn't want to do plunder, but Sabu should have just been throwing chairs and shit, and Ken should have been like swatting him away with kicks. That would have been dope.
Yeah, if Ken didn't want to do plunder, just Sabu can do all the plunder and take all the bumps.
But, yeah, and he would have, like, gladly. I think it's really interesting that on paper this is like a very cool match.
Yep.
And it's very, like, this is, the NWA-TNA is the only place this could happen. But, yeah, Sabu Shamrock, better on paper than in reality.
After the match, Sabu was very upset, apparently, backstage. He threw a fit because the match was cut short. He was promised that the match would go, like, a certain length, and he wouldn't be cut off, and they'd get as much time as they want, but then the referee was like, go home, and he was very mad about that, and he was complaining that Shamrock was working stiff. So Sabu apparently had a bit of a meltdown, and they were considering about never bringing Sabu back.
One of, like, 4 stars that you have on the roster.
I love this era of wrestling, by the way, where there's just all this gossip and drama. You don't get that anymore.
We need more of that. We need more drama. Like, everyone's too nice now. I think there's, like, we need to get rid of this family atmosphere backstage. We need more cutthroat. AEW's ruined the business with this, like, happy-go-lucky, everyone's just having a good time being here, and there's no backstabbing anymore. Bring it back.
The most popular person in that main event, by the way, was The Ladder, in which the crowd wanted The Ladder involved because they were just doing arm bars.
Yeah. I mean, you have a Sabu match. You gotta deliver on the Sabu aspect of it.